winch hunting VDM because I believe that VDM is bigger than me, that I have a personal hatred against Very Dark Man. No, I don't. I chose to do this because I believe this is the right thing to do at this particular time. Sometime last year, first of all, freedom of information is enshrined in our Constitution. Freedom of expression is enshrined in our Constitution. It is one of the most important parts of our identity as a nation, as people. Even though the government is trying to suppress it, it is important we still know what our rights are, what we can say, and when we can be able to say it. You should be able to express yourself, and no one individual have the autonomy of canceling you. No one individual has that. A lot of time, influencers have misled people, group of people, to attack another person based on false information and false narrative. My name is Ben, and I have been running blog for the last 8 years. What did I call blog? What did I call my blog? Ninja 24 News. Why did I run a blog? What is my purpose? Is it because I need money? Do I want to be famous? No. Why? Because I always seek the truth. Then sometime last year, my friend whom I know for 11 years in the UK here was in Nigeria. Got an incident in Nigeria, a problem in Nigeria, allegation of kidnapping. I was never aware of what transpired, but my friend did inform me about what transpired when he got released. He gave me a vital information, Andrew, in the case of Afiba and Celine. He gave me a very important information. What are the information? Number one, he said he did not do it. Number two, the police agree with him that he did not do it. Number three, the police inform him he's going to be taken to Abuja to answer question. Then number four is that there was a guy who broke all this news to Nigerians. His name is Harrison Gwaminishu. He's an influencer and a blogger. He called himself a human rights activist. I want you to understand why I'm doing this. The guy came up with story that make no sense to chicken. He was the one that announced the missing of the girl. The police never announced the missing of the girls. He was the one that did all the investigation. And then the police picked up my friend, slept in hotel with him for 6 days. Throughout that 6 days, my friend was communicating with me, telling me he's in the hand of the police. They are sleeping in the hotel. My friend was sending me picture of him and police in the hotel. This was a guy they accused of kidnapping 2 girls. My friend told me I didn't do it. I'm like, okay, why are you guys in a hotel? He said, I don't know. The police are assuring him they're just taking him out to Abuja to answer question. Sorry, they spent 5 days along the road. On the 6 days, they unalive my friend in Benue. When I could not reach my friend sent me the police he was traveling with. I called the police number. The police could not explain where my friend was. I begin to investigate. I called people I know. That was when I see Harrison talking. I get in touch with Harrison. Harrison told me he was going to go out to Abuja. In all of this, Nigerian police did not announce anything about the missing of the girl, the pine of my friend. Then Harrison came on Daddy Freeze and lied. Harrison has 250,000 influencer, just like as BDM has 2 million influencer. All of Harrison followers believe what Harrison said. And that echo across the nation. My friend did it. I'm like, hold on a second. I know my friend was in the hotel with these guys for 6 days. My friend told me, why is Harrison lying that they were never in the hotel? Why is Harrison lying? I say something is wrong. I then decided to come out on this platform just as this, and I talk about it. And I exposed Nigerian police. Instead of Harrison to listen to me, Harrison was using his follower to silence me. Up to today, the police have never announced the missing of the girl, what happened to Andrew. In short, the police have never even admitted the girl we are missing. All we heard was from Harrison. When I was pushing hard, Harrison and police and everyone involved, they paid Daddy Freeze. Daddy Freeze told me, I have his voice note here. Why did you pay Daddy Freeze to tarnish my image? And they were all using Harrison as an influencer that changed public opinions. I'm giving you the background of why I'm brutal when I'm investigating something like this, especially from influencer that people seem to believe, because they can destroy you. VDM can literally point a finger at somebody and the Nigerians will pie that person in an hour. So anybody that have that kind of influence need to be checkmate. VDM can make an allegation against somebody and that person will be pied. Why we are still investigating the missing of the two girls and why my friend was pied, Harrison said a body was discovered in Abia State. If police are looking for human being, two girls that were missing, and a body is discovered, who's supposed to go and identify the body? Is that not the police? Harrison went again and identified the body and removed the body. You are seeing what I'm seeing. The whole of his follower believe it. I was like, this is not right. Somebody, a British citizen, is dead, and the two girls that are missing, you said there was a body. Police in Abia is not there. It was Harrison, a private individual, that go there to identify the body. I say something is not right. But Nigerian wouldn't let me talk. They were abusing me. They were calling me all sorts of names. I was in the UK here. I was never in Nigeria. They were calling me accomplice. I refused to obey them. I was here dismantling all of their lies. Harrison came out and he said he found a body on the street of Abia, that the body has been there for 30 days. I'm like, there is no way a body will be on the street for 30 days. This is another lies. Harrison called Afiba's family and told Afiba's family, this body is your family. They say, no, that's not their family. That's not their body, because it was a dry bone of a cow. They say, no, this is not their body. Then Harrison quickly called Celine family in Nigeria again. They too, they reject it. That is when Harrison came. We cannot identify who this body is. We will do autopsy. Autopsy from that day to today, you never hear anything again. They use their follower to silence me. They use Instagram page, Twitter. Not Twitter, they couldn't go Twitter. They were using YouTubers. Mommy of Five, Nazavel, Daddy Freeze. Daddy Freeze was owning ring light every day on my case. They were just pointing hand at me. They went to America and hired somebody. Call Sabio. Sabio will come and talk nonsense that make no sense to a human being. Nigerians will buy it. I was telling them, I said, something is wrong. I said, these girls might be alive. Somebody else may be responsible for this girl. My friend is gone. He can't speak for himself. But he told me he did not do it. And the police are lying. Nobody listening to me. The girls announced themselves missing on April the 26th last year. Today is March 4th, 2025. The police have never come out to even say two girls were missing. All of the news you know about that case was from Harrison, a private individual. And let me give you the character of Harrison. Harrison has spent 4 years in jail for kidnapping and armed robbery. Harrison has spent 4 years in jail for kidnapping and armed robbery. That is the character of Harrison past before he become activist. Harrison have come out and say, I have kidney problem, and he was raising money until they exposed him and he came out to apologize. That is the character of Harrison. I have been in the UK for going to 23 years. I have no criminal record, not even one. I mean, not one. I have been driving in this country for more than 15 years. I have no driving point on my license. I have the highest clearance. When I mean clearance, that is the Ministry of Defense. Clear me. I volunteer for UK Military Territorial Army. My record is pure like gold. That is me you are playing with. I have worked in prison with Ministry of Justice to mentor young offender in this country. Not as a young prison officer, but as a manager in a prison. That is my character. And I picked up journalism and deep investigation and radical thinking as a hobby, and I love it. So this is me for you. Now let's go into the matter. That is why when I see an influencer getting too heavy, I don't like it. I know the power they command. None of you can disagree that VDM could literally point somebody in Nigeria now, and that person can basically unalive themselves because they face shame and they can't defend themselves. And it's going to happen if you don't contain VDM. One day VDM will call a woman out or call a man out that cannot hide the shame, and that person will unalive themselves. I hope you will be happy on that day. So me and you will not be mates. So let us go and distribute these senses today. I need to log in to our Instagram as well. VDM is trying to cancel free media in Nigeria. His supporters does not want to hear from anybody. What VDM say is what VDM said. Nobody have an opinion. Is that what you really want in your country? And when you talk to them, they say he's building borehole. Is that VDM responsibility if it's not a failed state? He's building borehole. He's giving 500,000 to students in a nation of 250 million. Now we are starting. Let's go. I am not telling you do not abuse me. You can abuse me, but at least use your head. Use your head. At least open it up and say, why would this guy be doing all of this? What is his agenda? What does he want? He came out yesterday. He said Sophia should show a receipt for her Lamborghini. Go and read where other blog, when he do that, other blog pick it. Go and read. His supporter will be saying, Sophia, show receipt of your Lamborghini so that we can believe it worth 500 million. Waiting consign you. Waiting consign you. Just misogynist. When Davido buy a G-Wagon or a Rolls Royce, did you ask Davido to show receipt? When Wizkid buy, did you ask them to show receipt? No. But when it's a woman, you call them Olosho. Anybody that say in VDM will stand, block that person, because this is not a political power. Anybody that say in VDM will stand, block that person. You go and stand alone in your house. Ew. Anybody that write rest, block them, because that is an oppressive language. Rest means keep quiet. Don't talk. Now, about a week ago, VDM came out and he accused Nedu of defrauding an NGO in the UK. Nedu, we know him to be an entertainer, a highly influential person. We know the history of Nedu, where he started from. We know when he suffered. We know when he used to wear just one tiny white t-shirt to do his stuff on a studio. Just want to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. We know Nedu. We know his history. We know where he's coming from. We don't know who VDM is. VDM appeared on the scene 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And from the day he appeared, all he has ever done is bullying, bringing people down, condescending, misogynist, attacking women. That's all he has ever done. We don't know who he is. But he's out there now, pulling idiots, following him everywhere, canceling everybody. Social media platforms are afraid to post anything that is against VDM. Blogs are scared. Is that what you really want? Is that what you really want? Somebody said I should come back to Nigeria. You are in Nigeria, enjoy it. You see, I get light. My skin is fresh. My life is better than you. So you enjoy your Nigeria, but at least make sense of your life. Now, a week ago, VDM came out and made a serious allegation against Nedu. He did not make just a serious allegation. He said Nedu defrauded an NGO in the UK. To support his statement, VDM presented a video of a lady, an Indian lady called Fatima Shefa. And the Fatima read some document out and said this was how Nedu defrauded them. Now my investigation have concluded now that Fatima is fake. They just used that girl or that lady to present to Nigerians. When I was listening to it, the first thing that dragged me to the story was when the lady said that they have raised $40,000, 40,000 pounds, and they have sponsored 20 students. They have give scholarship to 20 students on that very video. And I'm like, okay, you raised 40,000 pounds and you gave 20 students or 10 students scholarship. I said, this don't make no sense. How much is student fees in the UK? How much is scholarship? I'm like, this don't make no sense. I went again and play it again. And I listened to everything the Indian lady was telling VDM on that video. It didn't make sense to me. Then I went back to see what VDM said. I went back to see what VDM said about Nedu. That the first time they met, Nedu told him how he was knocking girls. First time you met a man told you Nos Mirage is doing this, Sanderboj is doing this, I am knocking this girl, I'll buy you a car to come to my interview. Do you see how many talk? As a man, it doesn't add up for me. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. And as a logical thinker, I said, if you bring 100 men, 90% of those 100 will not be able to talk like this on the first date, on the first meeting of another man. I said, VDM lies. And that is why I jump into action. I don't know Nedu, never met Nedu. I took it upon myself because I know what influencer is capable of doing. I begin to investigate the company. Then I called the owner of the company. I wrote her a message. She replied. I told her what I'm after. I'm after the truth. She promised to call me back. I said, I want to speak to that Indian lady. But I guarantee you, the Indian lady was never going to show up again. She has finished an assignment. So she told me, okay, she will get back to me. She got back to me the next day. She told me, sorry, I don't think the Indian lady will be able to speak with you because it seems like you are trying to winch hunt us. I'm like, okay, you speak to me then. You are the owner of the company. How do I know she's the owner of the company? I went into the company house and I checked who is the owner of the company. And I called her. And the first thing we concluded was that this was not an NGO. The second thing we also discussed about was that this company was not existing when they enter this fundraising in Nigeria. So if you are not an NGO, if you are a limited company, why are you raising funds from the public? This didn't add up for me. I also discovered that the company was registered from Nigeria. The people that registered this company registered the company in 2015. Their address was they were a resident of Nigeria. I have all the evidence here. Anybody that say I am lying, block their papa. I am not here to play. Please. Company house is there. Google it. Animal. It is in Nigeria. Because I have to look. I don't want to take the comment up. If I look and something catch me, I will make a statement. So if you guys want me to take it off, I will. Somebody say something. Let me block their papa first. You see, the person that say I am lying his follower is 100. He's following 1,317. That is a fake account. You see? The person that just tell me now, he wrote, you are lying 3 times. I just click on his account. He's following, he has 100 followers. He's following 1,300 people. Fake account. Block. I think I'm going to turn the comment off. I wanted them to enjoy it, but they are not going to read it. So I'm going to take the comment off so that they can go. Sensible people can be on the live because it's distracting me. It's very, very important. I present this to the best of my ability. Comment off. Comment will be okay. Okay, comment will be taken off. Thank you very much, guys. All right, owner papa. You see, this is what VDM supporters are capable of doing. People want to enjoy. People want to be able to share their experience. That they can't. Now, I got in touch with the company. First of all, I checked the company house. And I discovered this company was registered, and I'm going to open it now. The first time this company was registered was on the 4th of August, 2015. And they changed the name twice already. They changed the company name twice already. And I begin to check what are they into. They said they were giving they were a high institution. They told Nedu that they have a school in the UK. They don't have school. They do not have no school in the UK. They don't have school. They don't have any university in the UK. They are limited company slowly to make money. Now, the company was registered in Nigeria. When they registered the company, they have two directors, a lady and a man. And both of them were residents of Nigeria. I also discovered that they got their company ID directly from email. They email it to them. I also discovered they gave an address that was in Cheshire. So I followed the company. The company was shut down by the company house because for 2 years, they did not file anything. What do you mean by filing? Every year, any existing company have to tell the company house what they are doing. If you are not showing what you are doing, they will close the company. The company make no profit. The company say they are trading, but they have no money. Then that was the first flag. And I was doing all this. I didn't tell Nedu. I was just here. When I see the post, I was just searching. I got the number of the director. And I called the person. And we spoke. And I asked her so many questions. I played it yesterday. I asked her, are you an NGO? She said, no, we are not an NGO. We are profit-making company. I said, the students that are coming to the UK, are they flying to the UK? He said, no, they are in Nigeria and it's an online thing. I said, okay, so how come VDM say there were international students that are supposed to be coming here? She said, nothing like that. In short, I am going to play it for you guys. This time around, I want to remain quiet. Just hear what is happening. I will not even interpret. Hear it yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, here you go. To me that this is not a charity. Yeah, because I think where we are getting this thing wrong, if I'm honest with you, is I don't understand that there's so much misunderstanding. I don't know what happened before. So most of the things you were saying that day that you wrote about, I was not sure even, and that's why I said you may not want to speak with you. I don't mind. Hold on. I want to use a speaker so that people can hear it on YouTube as well.
Battery 80%. Connected to AUX audio.
Okay, we're gonna start again, guys. Sorry, guys.
USB audio. AUX audio.
Sorry, I want to apologize with you guys. This is what happens when you're streaming live. Every error we have to be boss.
Connected to. Connected to. Ready to connect another device. Connected to Treasure's iPhone 2 and Notori's iPhone.
Yeah, because I think where we are getting this thing wrong, if I'm honest with you, is I don't understand that there's so much misunderstanding. I don't know what happened before.
Oh, so most of the things you were saying that day that you wrote about, I was not sure even, and that's why I said she may be reluctant to speak with you. Let
I
me
don't
explain.
mind.
He said, even some people that know your charity, and I was like, anybody that really knows us will know that we're not a charity.
And you corrected me,
Do you
and I did not
understand?
dispute that.
Mhm.
But you have everybody that really knows us knows that we are not charity. This is the director of the company. There is nobody powerful than this person. This is the person that sent 18-minute voice, 16-minute voice note to VDM that VDM posted. So this is the highest, this is the CEO of this fake company. Just keep listening. To understand that the information Tolu, I heard the voice note, and I've also listened to the video which your partner Fatima sent to VDM. I listened to that and I see the how VDM illustrated it. When I got this information, I spent my time to look at it. My biggest problem is people like VDM and bloggers that use their platform to victimize somebody before fact are revealed. So, and it's happening a lot in Nigeria, and I take it very, very personal. And when I listened to it, I went into it and I saw how the people were listening to one-sided story, and I decided to dig deeper into it. And I get in touch with you, and you are very kind enough to explain to me that this is not a charity but a social enterprise, which is
Exactly.
yes. So which are
and you see the other charities that we're partnered with, right?
I saw those charities and I have spoke to. Now she listed some names, unverifiable names on their website, and she called them different charities like TikTok. It's bogus. First of all, I want to tell you something. I'm a guy. I know things when I see one. And if you're going to use guy to destroy a man that started from the floor, then you got to prepare. Okay? So you can see now she is directing me to agree with her that there is a charity they support. So they are supporting charity. They are not charity. I want you to understand. But I have gone to their website. It's a phony website. And I have spoken to.
He was actually called in to actually promote Lead for Good Africa. Because those people, you see what they are doing. And man said, no, I already do something similar. And we said, oh, you have a charity. He said, no, not necessarily. But I can set it up because I already do something quite similar. Do you know how many people come to me that I pay their school fees for on a monthly basis? And we said, in that case, if you're sure, that because what we wanted you to actually do is to promote for this Need for Good Africa.
Now, don't forget, what did you guys understand the first time VDM broadcast this thing? Every one of you think it's a scholarship that will take a student from Nigeria to London that will study in the UK. That was what we understand. You believe it was a scholarship that will take somebody from Nigeria, from the ghetto. Because VDM was like, this is opportunity for Nigerians to travel abroad and study, and he was emotionally galvanizing his follower, weaponizing their hearing, conditioning them to destroy Nedu. Maximum conditioning, emotionally blackmailing them into taking a radical action against somebody based on lies.
We have so many charities, and a lot of them it's always on whatever we can do for them that they are able to thrive on. Because when people keep saying things like, oh, this is what happened, this is the question. Does it detract from the fact that over 40,000 pounds was paid to this particular organization? That's the first question you first have to ask yourself. Because when people come and say, oh, it's a company that is no longer existing, but does that detract from the fact?
So they know the company was not existing. They know the company was not existing. Another fraud. This is the CEO of this company you see here, Business School, London, and they put it there online. It's an online school. It's audio school. And their intention was to use influencer to reach out to money bags in Nigeria to donate for them, pretending they are sponsoring student, audio student.
No, absolutely, absolutely not. But it does. No, can I? Because I know. Okay, go ahead.
Did you notice that she doesn't let me talk? If you notice, this is. I don't know how many lawyers are in the house. I don't know how many lawyers are in the house. I don't know a lot about law, but I've read books, pretty much books, to understand what legal framework is when somebody is defending.
Do you think that this particular issue, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think it just started?
I don't know, because we're just hearing it for the first time. So
beautiful. Because
on the public,
why do you think we've been trying to manage it? Because I'm a Nigerian, and one thing a lot of people will tell you about me is that I'm a very strong advocate of Nigerians. Because I really, really believe that there are so many Nigerians out there that are working very hard. And sometimes it is something like this that makes people know.
At no point in that almost an hour interview did she tell me that they ever went to the police in Lagos. Why did you think she hid that one from me? Why did you think she never told me they reported it to police and the police found what Nedu not lacking in any means? And the police advised them to seek legal redress in the court of law, because this is a business dispute. This is a disagreement.
Want to deal with Nigerians, you must know that, because you also work internationally and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I got your point. Yes. It needs to be. It needs to. It needs to.
You see, she doesn't let me talk. But this is somebody under distress right now. And don't be emotionally blackmailed, because she's going to cry on this interview because of question that I'm throwing in. Just listen.
It needs to be dealt with. Like, my question to you, honestly speaking, because to be honest, the video, the voice note you sent to VDM, you said a lot there, and I actually listened to it to details. I literally spent time to listen to what you say, and I can see your compassion, and I also see where you are disappointed. So I do understand it. Did you guys have any agreement? Did you have any physical agreement with Nedu that these are the requirement? These are the requirements you guys want. He signed it, you signed it, and everybody agreed.
We did.
What did you hear here? We did. We had an agreement. Please keep listening. Keep listening. She said, we had an agreement. I want you to listen more.
Now, let me tell you how this agreement came about. Mm-hmm. After our talk, we now said, okay, now I'm ready to open an account. We now sent him an email and said, please take the time to read these terms and conditions.
Please, people on TikTok, keep tapping, guys, especially people of truth. Keep tapping, because what we are doing, this is like a classroom. And you guys, if you guys need to take action to show the system that we are active here. I don't want them to think like this account is not active or I'm talking to myself. You have to be active as well, because I got what do you call it? Reminder now to ask you people to tap, where they will give you some logo like this to do. So it popped up now.
This contract of agreement before you open any charity account. We sent in that link. There is an email of it.
I asked her, did you guys have any agreement? She didn't. She dodged that question. She was very invasive with that answer to give me answer. Okay, there was no agreement. And do you know who said there shouldn't be agreement? Them. Why do you think they said there shouldn't be agreement?
It was very short because we wanted him to read that email and see that you need to read this thing. That was literally all the email was about. Read it and understand it.
So that is your own side of the contract to him.
That was the side of the contract, and we explained everything to him. We said, see, when you have this, we need to know what you're expending it on. The first 40 million naira that was sent to him, they didn't even let us know any, because, okay, at first, it was supposed to be a ticketed event, right? They didn't even let us know that they were not making it ticketed until we said, okay, so how much are you thinking of making the ticket? Because we don't want it to make it too expensive either, so that people can enjoy it. They now said, no, it's not going to be ticketed. And we said, really? It doesn't make any sense. I said, no, people would. We said, no, we want people to get value for something. And we give them examples. Like, remember if someone like Alicia Keys is doing a concert for, like...
For fundraising. People buy tables, yes. and then
exactly.
It raised a lot of funding.
For the ticket, beautiful. So people pay for the ticket, and then they now say all the profit from this concert is going towards this charity. That was what we were asking them to do. And they said no.
Did you guys put this in writing for him?
Everything was there that was supposed to be for fundraising. It was all. That's why I sent you the link to that.
I hope you listened to what she said now. She said she was insisting that Nedu put it as a ticketing event. And Nedu said, no, we cannot be asking Nigerians to come and donate money, and then you'll be asking them to pay tickets. Normally, Nigerians don't do that. If you're asking somebody to come for an event, you invite them. You invite billionaires, millionaires, they will come over and they will donate. You don't go there and say you buy ticket for 2,000 or this. You basically chase them away, because some people will give you more than 2,000. Some people can give you 50 million. Some people can give you 10 million. Some people can give you 100 million. Some people can give you 1 billion. So Nedu used his professionalism to say, no, I cannot be inviting Obi Kubana and say buy ticket. This is not a comedy event. This is a gala. This is a party to raise funds to support a charity, an NGO. This lady insisted on ticketing event. As a matter of fact, I have a text message here where the lady was telling Nedu that the ticket supposed to be $1,750. Then the highest ticket would be $1,500. No, $750. And the highest ticket would be $1,500. And they were expecting at least 1,000 guests. Calculate that amount to 1,000 guests. How much did they pay? I want you to understand, how much did they pay for the event? No, somebody should calculate it for me. If they pay 60 million, $40,000, according to her, and they were inviting over 1,000 people, and over 1,000 people paid $750 per head. They calculated this in their head already, but they were not coming forth with Nedu that we want to make money from what we are doing. You heard her that all they want was publicity. No, they were not wanting publicity. They wanted to pressure Nedu to make profit from the ticketing. And that ticketing money would have gone to them. She said it now, right? Keep listening,
agreement. If you read it, you'll see how detailed it was.
Okay.
He now said that in Nigeria, and see, this is when people are telling you that.
She said she sent me agreement. She never sent me no agreement. She sent me the same thing that Indian lady read. The same thing that Indian lady read on VDM, that fake woman. It is online. She never can use the word that will have a contract. Nothing. Just keep listening.
Things have changed in Nigeria, because in Nigeria, you can't do that. If you do that, nobody's going to show up. So I said, also, that means that nobody is doing concerts.
Now, you are from Nigeria. If you invite somebody to come and donate money for you and tell them to come and pay $750 to buy ticket, will they come? No, you see why comment is important. But those knobhead VDM followers will basically stop people. This is what I want to do to you. This is the danger of VDM. You see, you are enjoying it now. You want to comment, but you can't comment because of VDM supporters. This is what blogs are doing in Nigeria, removing comment because of them trolling people. This is why you must stand up to fight this thing. And this is why if VDM have any conscience, he should come out and tell his follower, I'm for free media. Do not go and do this. I am not sending you guys to go and cancel people. Because they listen to him like a goat.
Or shows in Nigeria. They said, not really. That because people are not paying for it, people will not pay for it. We now said, okay, in that case, let's take a pause. Let's do some other forms of publicity.
Listen, after the drag about no ticketing, she said, I now say, let's take a pause. You see, their mission is becoming clear now. So they were never interested in raising funds. They were never interested in publicity. They were interested in selling tickets. Let's pause. After Nedu insisted, I am not going to ask my people to buy tickets. We don't do that in Nigeria, which is fact. This is not Burna Boy show. Then she said, I say, let us pause. Don't forget, they have paid 40 million down already. Keep listening.
We'll see how people are going to react to knowing that there's a possibility of them having a scholarship. That because rather than do any event, perhaps we can use most of this money for actual scholarship. They now said
the money they have already paid. They are now using intelligent now to collect that money back from Nedu. Are you listening? They've already paid 40 million down. Now, after they drag Nedu to see how Nedu can raise money through the ticketing, and Nedu say, no, if I'm going to ask these people to donate, there is no point of me asking them to buy ticket. They drag it. As they could not agree, she's telling Nedu to stop. Now, the money I paid you, let us use that money to do scholarship for students. Now, if Nedu agree, she will ask Nedu to give me that 40 million so that she can use it to do scholarship for the student. That is a refund without refund. I want you to understand, this is why it's good to think deeper.
oh, we've already paid off 35 million to the event.
So when she asked Nedu for that money back, so that I need to bring somebody up. I can't listen to this on my own.
I told those people that you be the correct cameraman. Proper cameraman. They know they fear Mr. Ben.
They don't know what they're
I
doing.
told these people, Mr. Ben, I give you your accolade.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm on my feet. I'm saluting you.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. This is how it works.
I never regretted ever
I told you. What did I tell you that I said bet on me? The word I
The
used.
passion you put in doing the things you do, I said I give you your accolade.
Thank you.
If nobody is giving you accolade, now me they give you accolade, Mr. Ben.
I appreciate my
I said
sister.
Alita
continue.
Everybody is afraid to do. That's what you are doing.
Alita continue indeed. Thank you. We'll go out. Let me invite our people to come up. Oludayo, come on, please. Aye. Oh my God, I can't take this. Logic Man, where are you? Thank you. Cheese Place.
Yes, good evening.
You joined us this afternoon. I thought you were going to say something, but by the time I know, you've already gone.
Yes, I was saying something, but I don't know. Maybe this thing was not loud. I don't know.
Are you listening to what is happening here right now?
Yes, I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening. Well done, no, and I want to say, may God bless you for what you are doing.
Thank you.
Well done for your work. Yeah, keep it up.
Nigerians, open on the year. This is 100% fact. Moving. Are you not
Greetings, Mr. Bear.
Good evening. Good evening, guys. Good evening, guys. This is why they don't want to hear.
Nobody, I repeat, nobody for the internet space is doing this thing.
They say some people are the ones that are vigilant. I say, Mr. Man, a cameraman.
My name is cameraman for a reason.
That's the name you people should be addressing him, Mr. Cameraman. He knows his shit. And that's on period.
Period.
He knows his stuff.
My friend, when they arrested my friend, as soon as they released my friend, he sent message to almost 15 people in Nigeria. Please contact Ben. Contact Ben. Why? Why do you guys think Andrew think they should contact me as a dime minute? Because he knows that Ben will look at it and Ben will go deeper to get this truth out of the matter. This is the owner of the company. Logic Man, did you hear when she tried to collect the money back indirectly?
Yeah. Money that you said, do whatever you want to do with it.
Yes.
You want to collect it back.
This is the very decision that VDM wanted to use to bury Nedu. I want to pray for all of you watching right now. May the day false accusation come against you. May you have a fair hearing. May you never lose your voice. May people like me, like people that are here right now, stand up and say, let me listen to this. I know this accusation is heavy. I want to listen. May somebody volunteer to be the devil's advocate on your behalf. This is what I'm doing now because Nedu was depressed.
Amen.
And if we are not careful, VDM one day will accuse somebody and the person will go inside and drink otapia.
Of course, certainly.
Yes, possible. That day, on our eye go clear for Nigeria.
Not everybody has the will to withstand things like this now. Some people are weak inside. And they cannot stand public humiliation. And what VDM is doing is a tragic thing, and it's danger to the society. And people are not even realizing it, especially his stupid followers who cannot even think. These are people who cannot even decide for themselves. These are people who cannot even feed themselves 3 square meals in a day. All they have is the power of the internet to come on the internet and say stupid things. people who are even suffering to even buy data on their phone. Do you think we use data here? We don't care about data. I can see some stupid comments on the comment section before you even block it saying, who sub this one? Who told you we sub? We don't do sub here. These are real facts. If you come on this platform, this is a platform of truth, transparency. You can hear from the audio. Who gives, where do you want to get this kind of evidence from? What evidence do you need more? What more evidence do you need?
Did I force her to talk? Falila, did you hear me forcing the woman to talk?
In fact, she was over talking, and immediately there was something wrong because she started explaining things that you didn't even ask her to explain.
Yes.
She could have waited for you to get there.
At one
She
point,
wasn't allowing you to talk.
she was not even allowing me to ask questions I want to ask. Even with all that, she still bury herself.
That's because she's guilty.
She knows. She's
trying to defend herself.
Yeah.
The person will now start to start. The person will now start talking
Did
too
you
much.
guys hear how she was trying to caress Mr. Ben's ego, trying to make Mr. Ben understand her point of view? Like it was more like she had calmed down to me, like trying to manipulate what she was telling Mr. Ben. Oh, I'm a Nigerian too. And you know how we Nigerian.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Decide to emotionally win Mr. Ben over to
Mr.
herself.
Ben in that position.
When you hear the husband, when you hear the husband tried to make friend with me. I'm like, it's like this guy, they don't know the kind of person I am.
And people have to understand, why would a company that is actually not on record that is running will still be running in this contract? Over there, they know the implications of this if Mr. Ben has to make any report against them, because they know they shouldn't be running. Because over there in the employment, whatever, the system is not recognizing them as a functioning unit.
When you hear the company strike off, they gave them, let me tell you, they gave them notice, and they did not strike off the company by themselves. The government strike it off, compulsory strike off.
Compulsory.
You see?
And they went to Nigeria to try to raise money, urgent money.
This is crazy.
Because you can't do that in the UK. People will ask questions before you can even do this. They would
Call from LINE.
Is not after justice. What he's after is for people to see him as doing something right.
He's demonic. That guy is demonic. That guy
He just wants to be right.
Yeah.
Not just.
Right. He wants to bring
There's a
people
difference
down.
between being right and being just.
He just wants to bring people down.
Call from
Logic man, can you there? Keep talking. I want to answer phone call.
LINE.
I'm going to call you back. I'm actually live at the moment. I'm going to call you back, please.
Yeah, and to be cannot be on the right side. Manipulating people on the right side all the time. He wants to go to any. He's prepared to.
It is, you know what VDM is? You know what VDM is? It's arrogant. It's arrogant. The arrogant. Can you guys hear me? So it's arrogant because listen, I don't have a problem if he make a mistake and correct himself. We will move on from it. But you can't make a mistake, a major error, and you are enforcing it even more. It doesn't make any sense. That, like, if there is no people that can stand against you, you are basically running yourself to the ground with that kind of mentality. Like, you can learn how to say, I am sorry, I make a serious error of judgment here.
It doesn't want to be wrong. It doesn't want to be seen as someone that makes mistakes. everything. How can you expect him to say that? No, he wants to make it believe that in Nigeria. He's streetwise. He cannot make errors. You know, he's very perfect. You know, in that sense, so that anything he's bringing to them, that would be like a foundational thought in their mind. So anything he's presenting to them, they just buy it instantly. So I think it is that reputation he's trying to protect. So he can go to any length to keep his fans believing that he can never be wrong.
Which is the act of manipulation. Let me say it.
It's manipulation.
Fellas, one at a time, one at a time, one at a time.
They just love saga too much. As Mr. Bank said, when somebody will die tomorrow, okay, they will learn. They will learn the hard way.
No, you listen, you will be surprised if somebody here, my sister, can you guys listen? Can you guys listen?
Yeah.
If somebody unalive themselves because of VDM, I guarantee you VDM supporter will be clapping. You don't understand how dangerous VDM is.
He's the only one saying the truth, telling the truth. But for me, what I know that if what do you do to people will come back to you like a boomerang. One day that will face its own path. But in the I still think these guys are not rebels. I still think these are a group of people that have been paid to infiltrate the movement and influence their opinion.
Let me tell you who they are. Let me tell you who they are. Let me tell you who they are. No. I want you to stop, please. Fellas. Let me tell you who they are. And you can post this. And please mute yourself because this is very important. And before I am saying this, I have studied it and I've actually come up with the conclusion. The movement is a group of people, over 5,000 of them. They have numerous different accounts and they are highly backed up by the ruling party to change the opinions of Nigeria. They are the same people that make VDM very powerful. You know, every year, every month you hear the government share this also amount to people. Have you ever seen a person that received the money in your family? Have you ever seen anybody that received the money?
Personally, I know nobody.
They have their group of people. They have their group of people and they will tell them, these are the assignment for you. You are in this group. This money is coming every month for you. And that money is going every month to them. And that's what they ask them to do. Just to change opinions. VDM is capable of basically pointing a finger at me, and before I leave the market, they can pie me.
It's possible because once he makes a post, and let's say people make a statement in the comment section.
It changed everything. It changed all the narrative.
Maybe in 10 minutes time, 15 minutes time, or 20 minutes time, to see the comments, how it is going, might be compared to, to that part.
It's not compelled. Listen, no, fellas. It's not you might be compelled. You need to have listen, this is opinion is very funny. Fellas, your speaker is on. Sorry. Opinion is very funny. It's like an illusion. If I keep showing you red color before you go to market to buy clothes without talking, okay? I keep showing you red color. I guarantee you, if you enter market, you will buy a red color t-shirt. It is conditioning. You have to understand human mind. And listen, if I keep showing you red color, you and you don't like red, you don't really like red.
You know what you see on screen all the time has a way of going into your mind if you are not a logical and very experienced in social media. You see, when Via makes a post, a lot of people can that post and post on their own page just for the clicks and likes. Over keep doing that subconsciously, it goes into their mind, and that's why you see many of these followers. They don't even know what is up and down. All they do is repost his post just for the clicks.
You will see somebody that make the most idiotic comment, and he will say, like this if you are rattle. And the person will get 1,500 likes. Like my comment if you are rattle. And I'm thinking, like, so actually, did they understand what likes mean? Likes means an endorsement. If I say I'm going to pay you and 500 people like it, means they're endorsing me to pay you. I want to bring People's Queen. People's Queen, who spoke this afternoon, and I told you I'm going to unveil some detail today. How are you feeling?
Mr. Good evening.
Evening.
Everybody.
Evening.
I'm fine. You know what? A funny experience earlier. I had a serviceman come to my house to fix my radiator.
I understand.
And he heard you speaking on the live, and he was like, "Oh, what's going on?" So I explained the whole situation to him. This is a white British guy.
Mhm.
Interesting thing is, I explained the whole situation and I said to Mio, it seems like this person might be fraudulent, but what do you think?
Mhm.
And actually, he said to me, he doesn't see the situation as a case of fraud,
Mhm.
but what he sees it is that the person, obviously in this case being Nedu, like being somebody who might have just taken advantage of the situation that there was no contract.
Mhm.
But the blame rests on the organizers who didn't do their own due diligence, and yeah, basically. And that was just quite an interesting perspective for me. And I just thought, I like listening to the different perspectives on these guys. Because I guess, I guess a lot of people cannot hold Nedu responsible. If it was up to me, I would be like, there's obviously some bad action there on his part, but definitely for bringing it to VDM didn't do any due diligence. VDM didn't check this story at all like you've done. VDM just got something, and as you said, he wanted to spread that just to further his own agenda against Nedu. So that's where I land with
But so far, as an independent thinker like you, what do you think about what you're hearing so far?
It's very, very interesting. I'm so glad you had a conversation with her because you brought to light to most of us that they are not an NGO, first of all. So they're a for-profit organization, first of all.
Mhm.
I love what you said some days ago about how can 40K be a scholarship for 20 people or whatever it was.
Mhm.
That was another big question. Any critical thinker will sit down there and think, actually, that's true. Thirdly, I don't know. It just seems like it just didn't seem clear what they really wanted to do with this whole charity fundraising thing.
Okay, I want you to hold your thought there. I want you to hold your thought there. Now, that is the question mark there. What did they really want to do with this charity event? Let's go.
Yeah.
You will hear it at the end. Keep going.
Plan already. I said, really? But that is not a smart thing to do. You don't just give somebody that whole bulk of what is already done. So we were forced to actually transfer the.
Now, they paid 40 million. When they could not get their money for ticket, they say, we want the money back to go and use it to sponsor students. And then they do say, we've already paid 35 million out. We're not giving you money here. And they say, how can you do that? How can you do that? Pay 40 million, 35 million out already. We are planning event. We are renting halls. Listen.
Last balance. But that last balance was done with the intent, and that was what all the breakdown was all about. That they were going to do all of this publicity. So we thought, okay, fine, with the publicity, then we can ride on it with Lead for Good Africa. In fact, we sent them some of the things that Lead for Good Africa was doing, and said, if you do this,
now, after they could not get that 40 million back, that was when the fight began to happen. They said, we want publicity.
That's crazy.
So
I think she said that they wanted just publicity for the organization.
yes, now you don't understand the kind of publicity she wants. They will say it. This one will come from Nedu and also the written email as well. They want 15 top influencer in Nigeria to make a video and tell people to go and donate to their NGO.
But they don't have an NGO.
But up to that time, they never told Nedu they have no NGO. As far as Nedu is concerned, Nedu thought they have NGO. And Nedu got to know from me yesterday there was no NGO.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Nedu, it was me who told Nedu they have no NGO. Nedu was like, what? I said, they have no NGO. This company shut down already. Like when they were dealing with you, the company was not existing. He said, what? I then sent the document to show him. I am not playing. Don't come for me. Because I will come with fact.
So when you defraud a thief, or when you outsmart a thief, is it fraud?
No, this was not even outsmart. Nedu dodged a serious bullet.
Can I just say though, Mr. Ben, there are organizations that are set up, right? They're not charities themselves, but they are set up in order to kind of help source funding.
But did they make this clear? Did they make this clear to Nedu?
That's the thing.
Did they tell Nedu that they are not charity? Did they tell VDM that they are not NGO? When VDM came out and said you are NGO, how many days ago did they call VDM and say, sorry, we're not NGO? They kept quiet until I come out. Who is deceiving who? We should never give them excuse because they would have, if Nedu would have committed suicide, then they were responsible as well. Because they could have put up the fire.
You know, they thought they had everything under control.
Mr. Ben is somewhere. As Falila say, he's watching you. Let's go, guys.
we can actually ride on it. And that this will
Yes, the only one, number one in Africa.
help them as well. Now we know that you don't want to promote Lead for Good Africa, but this is a good charity that is actually doing a lot for Nigerians. That we're very conscious of the fact that there are a lot of grassroots that a lot of big charities can.
They are now begging now for promotion. And they are not just asking for tiny promotion, they are asking top influencers.
Never reach just because they are at the grassroots.
Okay. Yeah, I got your point. Tolu, when VDM came out and brought your case and highlighted your case, he made it clear it was an NGO that you guys are. Take that point. He also made it clear that Nedu defrauded the NGO in the UK. He also make it clear on his broadcast that you guys were giving scholarship to students to study in the UK. Are these all fact?
Would it shock you to know that
People's Queen. People's Queen.
Yep.
Did you understand the question I asked her now, please?
Yes. So you basically said when VDM came out, he basically first of all said you guys are an NGO.
Mhm.
He said that can't remember.
I said
But yeah,
when VDM came out, I want somebody else that can hear me to say it out, please. Logic Man, did you hear the question I asked the lady? 3 questions I asked. What are the questions, please? Felix, if Logic Man is not there, Felix, did you understand the question I asked the lady in three straight question I asked the lady. Now I am going to rewind it and I'm going to ask the question again. Okay, guys, pay attention, guys. Noise off, please.
Broadcast that you guys were giving scholarship to students.
A lot for Nigerians. That we're very conscious of the fact that there are a lot of grassroots that a lot of big charities can never reach just because they are at the grassroots.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got your point. Tolu, when VDM came out and brought your case and highlighted your case, he made it clear it was an NGO that you guys are.
Number one.
Take that point. He also made it clear that Nedu defrauded the NGO in the UK.
Number two.
He also make it clear on his broadcast that you guys were giving scholarship to students to study in the UK. Are these all fact?
Would it shock you?
This is a straightforward question.
Yes. Yeah, things are quite straightforward, yeah.
Okay, here's the explanation.
To know that
this
Logic Man, did you hear that pause? You guys should rate. You should rate my questioning from 1 to 10, please. I want to get my head boiling now. Somebody should blow my head nicely. Yes. Finish market. Who gave me 9? Who gave me 9? I don't finish. I don't finish. No, Falila, what are you giving me? People's Queen, be honest, what are you giving me? Before you go this, that pause. Papi, I want to hear Papi. Papi, what do you think about that pause? Papi, it's interactive. Okay, Papi is not there. Let's continue.
The question was, okay, are you an NGO? VDM said you were defrauded, and VDM said that the money was for scholarships. So let's actually hear what she says in regards to that. Yeah.
Let's go.
What he say is what he say.
Any of all this information that you say VDM is having, even me personally, I don't have his number.
But this is what he said from his mouth on his platform.
Why do you think Miss Fatima? Yes. Why do you think Miss Fatima did that video? Why do you think even in the video she put a transcript of everything she said for everybody that could not take the time to listen to everything she was saying? Why do you think we did that? Because we kept explaining to everybody and we let them know exactly who MSBN is. We have a lot of students in Nigeria, right? If you speak to any of the students, they will let you know that we're not a charity organization, but we work with charity organizations. There is a difference.
So
we work with
because I don't want a situation where I will misrepresent fact, because for me, I have to make sure that if Nedu is wrong, the truth is being said. But what I discovered was there is a personal vendetta going on the media in Nigeria.
That's none of our business.
It is, because it is. Don't say it's none of your business, because I think
it's not.
No,
because I've never spoken to VDM before.
Tolu, I know you haven't spoken to VDM, but VDM released VDM released a voice note of you.
I'm guess because he's fighting for justice.
So
I don't know.
he released a voice note of you that he said you sent to him. So you can't tell me you haven't spoke to VDM.
I honestly don't actually.
So
If I
how
tell you
did
this thing
VDM
is-
how did
if I
VDM
tell you-
acquire a
if I
voice
tell you
note?
how this thing, if I tell you how this thing is transparent, even you will be shocked at how this thing that you're talking about has made some people.
What is this thing I'm talking about?
Why is it only the question? You asked a straightforward question. How did VDN get the voice notes he played on his platform? She's not answered that question.
What is she says she don't have VDM's number. She's not the one. She don't know VDM. Literally. When VDM came out to me, VDM say the company in the UK have reached out to him. He's talking to them. And this is the voice note. And he post another one. They make official video. And VDM said, I asked them to make a video for me. Now, she's saying now that Fatima don't even know VDM. You know, the Indian lady was hired to come and talk. That's why she ran away from me when I said, I want to speak to her. I will look for her from anywhere and go and address and go and interview her. I think she will run into toilet when she see me.
They're hungry because they see that we have decided to just, that we're like, what can we do?
I'm very angry about it because obviously.
No, you see, it's somebody that is angry that is doing all these things, not even us.
But nobody, my sister, nobody will be angry to release your voice note. It's a voice note that you spend 18 minutes.
Because this was a voice note I sent to the person. And you see, right now, there are different people that are on this case. And you know the reason why? Because what you don't understand was that he was introduced by some people to the school.
Yes.
And after the introduction by those people to the school, this same person stopped communicating with them. They do stop communicating with the people that introduced him to the school.
Mm-hmm.
You don't understand. You see, honestly, if you see the way we've been operating, you will notice that there's very little that we're saying. Some of these things, they just wanted to understand it like seriously. So this person will come and do all of this. And you guys, and we said, no, we've taken it up legally in Nigeria. You know, it takes time. That's what we told them.
So hold on. They also, the video that Miss Fatima made and sent to VDM, was that a direct communication or from a third party?
It was not. This was just something that we put on our social media page.
I want you to listen lies. I want you to listen to the lies here. This is something we put on our social media page. This is something we put on our social media page. Listen.
That was taken. So if you go to our social media page, you would have seen it there.
So this was, when did you guys post it? When did you guys posted it on the social media? When did you guys posted it on the social media? Was it after the case come up?
It can never be after. It has to be before.
Okay, which social media platform is that? Because I want to have it. Honestly speaking, at the end of the day, we want to make sure that listen.
So she get emotional now, and her husband will soon take the phone away from her now. She got very emotional, and I don't like to make women emotional. I'm doing a job that I know it can save life, or it can stop people like VDM doing something like this in the future to anybody. So she's getting emotional now because she knows it was not on their social media, because I have their social media in front of me and that video was not there.
That means she didn't even post it. She just saying all this thing for caps.
I asked her, when did you post it? Tell me the name of your social media. She was getting emotional. anything. Lie can fly fast. Truth, they walk like tortoise. That's why I like Shatawale on God.
Mr. Ben,
I will
say
be,
something,
I
Mr.
will
Ben.
be,
Say something, Mr.
yes,
Ben.
yes.
Honestly, I know you're fighting very hard.
Listen, she never gave me the social media name. She never tell me when they post it. Now she's trying to talk to me to play with my emotion. Listen.
Not to be biased,
Yes,
but I think that you're already biased.
I am
Not because
biased.
you want to. Yes. Not because you want to.
Yes,
You
I
don't
am
want to. I
biased
see you
because
fighting it, and
I
respect
saw
that.
the system. I saw the system that is
respect
being
that.
used.
I respect
Do you
the
know
fact that
I'm
you're
currently I'm in
You're
exile?
fighting
Do you know I am in exile? I am in exile now.
You see, she's crying now, and I can't take this. People's choice. People's choice. People's queen. You are the people's choice anyway. People's queen. People's queen. We prefer you. What do you think about this? You are supposed to pity her emotion and stop asking difficult questions.
Okay. Always going to be slightly controversial on this particular matter, right? Mr. Ben, I think you handled it very well. You kind of eased off the gas, and she got a bit emotional. That's fantastic. As this thing was playing, I was looking into them. Fatima is real. She's a real person. Well, who knows how? I mean, anyone can call anybody real these days and give anyone a title. She's one of the executive directors, and I found her on LinkedIn. So she's actually there. She's been there.
She's not executive director. She's never be executive director in the company house.
Maybe not on company's house, yeah. But on her LinkedIn, she started off as head of HR, then went to director of operations.
She's not executive director of the company.
Well.
Huh?
Nedu was actually posted on their Instagram on the 26th of Feb 2024, talking about this whole scholarship foundation thing. Right?
Yeah.
It was posted on their Instagram. I haven't seen anything about Fatima on their Instagram though. But I just want to say that I've done stuff where I've worked with charities before, I've raised money for charities before.
Mhm.
And I know that there are organizations out there who they themselves might not be the charity, but they do work for charities.
But do you think they have to do a full disclosure when they are going into partnership with anybody?
That's the thing. I don't understand why they didn't, because it's on their website.
I understand why. I understand why they didn't.
Why do you think they didn't?
They were trying to scam Nigerians.
I think so, Mr.
I think so. I am putting my chest. They are not international anything. They are trying. Forget about what is on LinkedIn. I know what I'm talking about. They can sue me, and I'm putting my chest on it. And I know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, these days anyone can create a really good website. The website looks
It's rubbish. It is a website. It's a website to deceive people.
People's choice. That's one thing I like is people's coin. One thing that you laugh heavily on them. Let's say you go and enter a lottery, and then you got this laugh. That's your bet on him. Trust me. Oh yeah, I mean, I love Mr. Ben's critical analysis of things, but I also just try to like look at things from my own. I try to do my own check on things as well. So I'm just saying what I can see for now. But it's definitely very odd.
Let me tell you, my sister. Let me tell you what you are watching at the moment. You are watching an organized crime.
In the UK when you're not resident of the UK. Remember, the company website was created.
That company was registered the first time it was registered. You can create a company while you're abroad, but you have to be resident of the you can be resident abroad and create a company in the UK. It's fine, it's allowed under HMRC. But they were resident in Nigeria when they created the company in 2015. And my problem now is this: they have made me now that I am going to seek further verification, the only thing that will not go on is that when they come out and they can listen to me now, to tender a public apology to Nigerians and to refund every penny that was donated to their account, and to also tender apology to Mr. Nedu. I am demanding it, because I will close this company. No, you know the problem our African have. We don't have journalists that can work, because we think everything is money on the bag, cash. But you will see a Caucasian journalist that will stay on a case for years,
25 years.
on one case. But we want to hear it under 1 week and say it's an old news, and then other people will join. Do you know what can happen if we decide to open this company Nyash now? Let's listen. And I'm sorry that I have to play the part. She's a bit emotional. The husband will soon take over. Listen.
I can't go to Nigeria because the government will arrest me for exposing corruption in Nigerian government. I want you to understand that one. You know, I am, and that's why I'm giving. That's why I called you.
Such a thing. You said you've exposed something.
Yes.
But you are now the one fighting against us for exposing the wrong.
I am not fighting. No. Hold on.
The funny thing is that I was the one that exposed the wrong, because it wasn't me.
Hold on. I am not fighting.
I was the one, because she wasn't the one.
Please, I am not fighting you.
Somebody that is like you. Somebody that is like
I
you.
want you to correct. I want you to correct this thing. I want you to correct it. I am. Tolu.
You that saw corruption in Nigeria,
Tolu, I am not. Tolu, I'm not fighting you. Okay. I want fairness to your company. I want fairness to Nedu, and I want fairness to all parties involved. There was an agreement with you guys, and the agreement was breached. So when the agreement was breached, at what point does it get to the level of VDM using that story to victimize and score a personal beef, which is well publicized now? This is where we have a problem. And for me, hold on, ma, because I want to listen to you. Yes.
Your problem is that Nedu wronged us, right?
That's what you say. Allegedly wronged you. We have no fact yet. That is the fact we are looking for. Yeah.
So you're not even sure that Nedu wronged us.
I can't say she's wrong, you guys, until I have all the fact that I'm looking for. I have to be honest with you. And you
What kind of facts do you need? What kind of facts do you need?
First of all, I have reached out to you to ask you about clarification about the contract that you guys enter into. What did you ask Nedu to do, and what did he not deliver at? And those contracts, it's very, very important. You pay over 60 million. There has to be what you guys wanted that is written and abiding. On the voice note you release, on that voice note, you mentioned so many things, and some of the facts that you put there are completely inconclusive, because sometimes you said, I think, another time you make mention of Nedu having 40 million, which you guys sent first, and when they ask you for another money, you ask him to use the 40 million to do whatever. That language, whatever, it has raised a lot of questions, because I need to hear from you. Hold on.
Now, we hear it previously where she said she asked Nedu to give them the 40 million so that they can use it to do sponsorship for students. And they will hear it on the voice note I've just remind her now, where she say, we asked Nedu to do with the 40 million with whatever. Now, which is what, please? Can somebody help me out here? Which one do we take? We, from the last voice note she delivered to VDM, she said there do whatever with the 40 million. Then when she's talking to me, she asked Nedu to give them the 40 million they paid to go and do sponsorship.
So what's the question?
The question, I don't know if she's asking Nedu to do whatever, then she's asking, she want the money back, and the Nedu said, no, we paid out. So why did she say last time she tell Nedu to do whatever?
Yeah, we'll go with the first one because you already, that initially when you are planning stuff like this, there needs to be arrangement. You need to pay for all, you need to pay for logistics and all stuff like that. So Nedu must have actually spent that money on all those things. So she coming back to ask Nedu that because you already know that they're not going to get what she intended to get with the funds she intended to get with this whole drama.
What she's basically struggling with is a battle of free will and obligation. Just a battle of the free will to use this inventiveness and carry on what's best for the event and all that. But now it's coming back to make it look like it was an obligation, which in a way is a contradiction.
So what she saying?
Yeah. She never told Nedu to do the billboard or do anything. She only said do whatever, meaning Nedu can use his experience and expertise to proceed. And she does not have the now to question Nedu why he was not why he did not carry out what he was supposed to carry out on obligation.
I think she's trying to do the win-win thing because when she realized that she could not make the money she wanted to make, when they told her that, come, if you're doing something in Nigeria, this is the way things work in Nigeria. You can't be inviting people for fundraising and asking them to buy tickets. That was the first clause. Then she now realized, oh, I can't make this kind of money because my initial thought was to make sales of tickets whereby they will make a lot of profits.
And cover the 40,000 pounds they were anticipating of completing paying.
From selling the ticket, they will make more than 40,000 pounds. So when she realized that they could not make that money, and that was a no thing, she started trying to use another gimmick to try to claim that 40,000 pounds which she gave me.
Yeah, she's trying to change that free will to obligation. Who was mandated to do it. Meanwhile, this is something that okay, I think I can do it. She's now trying to use Nedu's words now to imply you said you will do it.
Like I said yesterday, good evening, Mr. Ben. Like I said yesterday,
Yes.
There's a difference between a contract and an agreement. What they got into was just a mere agreement. There was no intention to create legal relations between and among them, whether as individuals or as corporate persons. Now, the intentions were not there initially to establish legality. It was fraught with loads and loads of illegalities, and you cannot build legality on illegality. The foundation section of the transaction was based on illegality, which is misrepresentation. Making presentations as if they were charity firms, charity organizations. Meanwhile, they are companies with shares, which was basically a profit-making organization. So there was no intention to create a legal relation. There was no legality at all no element of legality. There was massive misrepresentation. And now, at the end of the day, they want to establish legality, which is breach of contract or whatever they want to make.
And I think they understood this. That is why they were avoiding contracts, because contract will mean they will have to use the business name, which no longer exists.
No. The reason they were avoiding contract is that they nominated their bank account, right? Mute, guys. Let me put this out there again. The reason they were avoiding contract, with my own logic, not far from anywhere, but this is where I'm thinking. They were avoiding contract because as of the time they were arguing about the ticket sales, their account was the link for the ticket. So the whole of the money for the ticket would have been going straight to their bank account. If there was no contract between them and Nedu will have no access to that money or for any sharing of whatever they think they make. Eventually, this could have still bring a fight in the future. But then somebody else will be of advantage, which is them. That was the reason they did not enter into any Biden contract from the beginning. There was an intention from one party to cheat another one. And in this case, it was the party from the UK. Give us your influencers. Give us Nigerian billionaires that can donate to you. Now, who will that money benefit most? The company that pretended they are sponsoring students.
The thing is though, I definitely feel like there is something slightly off about them. I can't place my hand on it yet, my finger on it yet, but just based on their website, it's typically what they do. It's not, the religious thing is not their first time. They tend to work with different people, or they invite different organizations or notable figures to raise money. And when you raise money, your money, basically, the money that's raised sponsors spaces for people to study on their own courses. So they provide courses. Undergrad, they're a pathway college, basically.
And what accreditation did they get from that pathway college? Have you tried to check accreditation?
Now that's the thing.
Logic man, are you hearing?
The fundamental law is that
themselves online.
They were presently able to put up their account number so they could receive donation when a charity organization. It's a fundamental flaw.
No, what are you talking about? That is not a fundamental flaw. If I have no, it's not, and I'll tell you why.
No. Enterprise does not make money from donation. You're trying to make to a charity organization, a social enterprise. So that is a fundamental flaw. So what we're discussing here, we're discussing a case of fraud.
It's a fraud.
I disagree.
Hold on. People's Queen. I want you to tell me, what do you think?
Yeah, the reason why I disagree
Yeah,
is,
please.
I said before, I know charities that raise money to then go and give it to other charities. Now, do I actually have an issue with that on a fundamental basis? Yes. Do I think it's illegal or fraudulent? No. So they usually raise money. They work with different people to raise money for people to have slots on their.
But they are not charity. As of the time they are raising this money, they were not charity.
If anybody just literally on the duration of this call, I literally just went online and I can see clearly they are not a charity.
And they are not a company as of the time they are doing this. So under what pretense are they doing this?
The only legitimate way they could have made money was through ticket sales, not donation. And that was why you were fully aware that the point when the transaction was going on, the organization was not even existing.
Okay, so as you, I
To
think,
start with.
hold on though, because businesses legally can exist and stop existing at different times. A business can have been like existing for let's say 10 years, right, in person, but legally on company's house, maybe for example it's been struck off and you've had to set up again, or you know you stopped and then you had to set up again, just legally. So yeah, legally at that point it wasn't legally there, but that doesn't mean that business was not existing.
No. Everybody stop. Everybody stop. Let me put it out here. The company was strike off by the company house.
Yeah, I saw that.
So you cannot be existing when there was a compulsory strike off. Means they gave you 3 months to speak to them that you intend to keep the company. You did not respond.
Specific legal body though, that's what I mean. Like, but the MSB UK.
It's just a name. Then it become a tissue paper. MSB now become a tissue paper, and they have no legal entity to stand on as a business to do a reasonable transaction, especially international one, with anybody.
International one.
What I'm not sure about is whether in the transitionary period, or whether when you're setting up your new company body, whether you are allowed to do that or not. Because obviously it takes.
No, they are not allowed. You are not allowed. Let me explain to you one thing. You are not allowed to trade with a company that has been strike off. And this is not even a trading. They were raising money for NGO. They claim to be an NGO. I've just told you now, Nedu was not aware. They were not even an NGO. VDM is not aware. They were not an NGO. Why did they keep on deceptive like that? I don't think VDM was aware that they were not NGO, and VDM will come out and say they are NGO. I will be giving it to VDM. I don't think he's aware. So somebody was misleading everyone.
I definitely feel like there's definitely been some kind of, whether it's not miscommunication, but over time, as the message has been passed from person to person, the nature of what they're doing has been mischaracterized.
Okay, all right, hold on. Again.
This is not a case of mischaracterization. This is a case of intentional offense. Intentional offense.
I think the way I think is that things cannot be black and white, and there's always a chance of human error.
No, there is no human error here. I disagree with you. There's a fraud here. A fraud is accusing somebody of a fraud, and the person they are actually accusing of a fraud dodge a serious bullet. In this case, Nedu.
This whole saga, these people knew that the company had been struck off.
I don't know that.
Yes.
Where I would say that I agree that maybe there is an element of fraud happening here is that if you look on their website under their charity section, the first thing that is there is something for the Feathers UK, and it says there are only 17.
I mean, People's School is giving these guys a chance.
I like it. We have to give them a chance. That's how I get them. That's how I get to pick the.
Just let me finish, please. I'm going to stop. And as I said, when I see that could be, that also raises my eyebrows and raises some bells in my head, is that I'm seeing another one of these donation things that they're doing. It says they've only got 17 donations, but they've already raised 1.2 million. But when you go in there, the highest fund, I think, was £250. The top donation. So that's already
Please, I want you. What you said now, people's queen. 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 What you said now about the flag up that you see there about they raise something millions and the highest donation is £250. I want you to leave that thought somewhere because an information is coming up now that will shock you. Now, there's somebody, any admin there should block a guy called Secession. Secession have 5,673. He has 1,000 followers and he's following over 5,000 people. And he came and said, it is VDM. If you have an again, it's VDM. These are people. This is the old fools that we need to block. Anybody who have a chance to go and follow 5,000, almost 6,000 people. To that person need to go out of this page. Go and stay on VDM page. Anima. I don't know why you guys left the comment back on again because I didn't do it. Okay, now we are going to go on now.
The contract that you guys enter into, what did you ask Nedu to do and what did he not deliver at? And those contracts, it's very, very important. You pay over 60 million. There has to be what you guys wanted that is written and abiding. On the voice note you release, on that voice note, you mentioned so many things, and some of the facts that you put there are completely inconclusive because sometimes you said, I think, another time you make mention of Nedu having 40 million, which you guys sent first, and when they ask you for another money, you ask him to use the 40 million to do whatever. That language, whatever, it has raised a lot of questions because I need to hear from you. I have hold on, ma. Because my sister, if I go and start saying what I don't know, then I'm being unfair. I want to get the fact right. That is why I'm speaking to you. I live in London here, and I want to get the fact right. And that's why I said, let me have a meeting with you guys and talk to the lady. Tell me your experience.
But you don't want to read anything that we sent to you, right?
I have read it.
If we send you any documents, because if you read the documents, then you find all the information you need. This is what is shocking me.
If I read the information,
the only thing you want to pick is only what is being said to you on phone. And for me, personally speaking, I don't think that words will give you the full details. Written words on.
Who wrote the document, guys? Who wrote the document? Ha. Who can explain it better? Ha. Why is she asking me to go and read the one that is on?
Because it's scripted. You know, when you read something, somebody that wrote something cannot even explain it. What does that tell you?
Now I asked her to explain to me. Listen.
Will give you all the details that I may not even be able to stand here and remember everything.
The document you are talking about is the document.
If you're a blogger, that's why I kept asking, are you a blogger? You said yes. If
yes.
you are a blogger, then reading should be your second nature.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Read everything that was written there. Let me explain to you again. I sent you some information at the beginning.
Yes.
I said, okay, let's start. The premise of all this is incorrect.
She's reading it now. Are you listening, guys?
Yeah, she's reading it from the document.
Because she can't remember what she sent.
That's what I said. Because if the one who wrote it, you should be able to see it without even memorizing anything. Now she's falling back to what she has sent you to back up her claims.
Right? NFM is a social enterprise at Tech Patrick College. I sent you the link to it.
Yes.
NFM collaborates with various charities to provide scholarships for individuals who may not otherwise afford our courses. While NSBM itself is not a charity, we are committed to expanding educational access through these partnerships. You can find more on this here, and I sent you the link to it.
Yes.
One thing our organization cannot be accused of is lack of transparency.
Yes.
Misleading Nigerian donors for personal gain, this claim doesn't even warrant a response.
Absolutely.
If you've spoken with our previous associates, they would confirm that we are not a charity. This is likely why Ms. Fatima may be hesitant to proceed with this interview. Our focus is not on engaging in a witch hunt, but rather on ensuring accountability.
Yes.
And now said, please read this.
And you
If
said,
you read that link,
and you put a link.
Every single thing that they said they were going to do was listed there with the price in front of it. If you also read the report that we submitted to the police here in the UK, you will see everything listed there. Now, if you look at the very bottom, you will see we are not asking for a refund. But we've just asked for these things and these things and these things. So, go to the bottom if you're too tired to read through everything that was written in that report.
No. The report you sent to me.
It's only 5 things we asked for. 5. Nothing there says refund. Nothing. We even said specifically, we are not asking for a refund. We have only asked you these 5 things. When Ms. Fatima also said that speech, she was reading the speech, right?
Yes.
That is different. So that you will see everything documented. The transcript of the speech was also put in the link on our website, on our social media pages, so that people can click on it. To protect him, we kept this thing locally.
So where you are saying the breach of trust and gross financial,
to protect him, we kept this thing locally. It was a lie. The case have already gone to Alagbo police station. The Alagbo told the lady to come, and they explained. The lady said this, Nedu people say this. They went to that place, and the police, the commissioner of police, told them, according to Nedu, which I have here when I interviewed them as well, the commissioner of police in Lagos told the people in London, what are you guys talking about? There's no wrongdoing here. So they went back to the UK. And they're still feeling bitter that the 60 million they invested, the return they were anticipating did not come forth, right? There was no donor that gave them enough money to cover what they were anticipating. But what they are not telling you is this: when they had a link to their bank account, there was money that was paid into that bank account by some other donors. Up to today, they never told Nedu how much they received on that bank account. Now, they are now telling us now, she's now saying it here right now, that the premises of this is not to ask for refund. That there's 5 points. But that 5 point, when they had a meeting where she asked Nedu to give them the 40 million back to go and use it to sponsor students, when Nedu could not guarantee them of selling ticket up to that amount, $1,700, $750 per head, they were asking for that refund back. Why did she not raise this consign that she raised with this VDM that include where is the billboard, where is this? Listen, it was just a post that VDM made. Before I went into my investigation, I've already know the conclusion already. I knew there was lies here. And I knew somebody is saying something that is not correct. Now, Randa, you can say what you want to say. I like a different opinion.
No, continue. I'm enjoying the program.
Randa, you cannot be enjoying the program. I know how skeptical you are, and I like your knowledge. Tell me what you are thinking so far. Who want to cheat who here?
They do play smart on them, so before they realize it was too late and they are trying to recover what they do. Yeah. I think that's when the issue came up. Yeah.
So do you think that you should have given them Don Jazzy, Obi Kubanas, all of those contacts with what you're hearing so far?
If he said he was going to do it.
He never said he was going to do it. There was no agreement that Nedu say I was going to give you Bikubana and all of this. The amount was for organization of the event. Do we not understand what we've been saying? Then how does the money you spend for organization of the event result into providing 15 influencer for you that will promote a different agenda?
No, but they said that they paid separately for that.
They didn't pay. No, they didn't pay separately for that. They say they will withdraw without asking any money back if they can give them 15 influencer that will still be promoting their fake school.
What?
Yes, I have the text.
But in that video that Fatima did, I saw it just once though. I thought she shared a whole list of things.
Prof, that is what they write. I am talking about conversation between this person talking now and Nedu's management. They came to say their own side of story, and Mumu VDM went online and started backsliding people. I call him Mumu because he's a Mumu. You are watching me now, VDM. You are a Mumu. I know you have no internet to watch me in China. And VDM supporter, keep coming for me. I promise you, the more you come for me, the more I expose VDM. Listen, you guys are irrelevant to me. Now VDM I'm going for. I'm the last person you guys want to take out of internet.
Mismanagement. Nedu team provided MSMBM with a budget breakdown totaling 85 million, with a promise that various pre-event promotion media and event exclusion will be covered. However, after paying total of 60 million in agree installment, MSMBM found that at least 90% of the promised activities were not executed below.
If 90% of the promised activity was not executed, why did they send somebody to Nigeria to attend the event? 2 people. When 90% is not, that means there's no event.
I mean, the thing is, you're not going to see the 90% not fulfilled, like, right up until before the event.
No,
like,
no, 90%. 90%. If 90%, that means 10% was utilized. And then you sense you're really giving these people a slack. It's okay.
I'm really not. I'm just trying to really put myself in their shoes.
No. People's queen, if you are in this kind of situation, I don't pray for you to have this kind of wisdom.
I don't pray for myself to have that situation.
All right, let's go.
The major discrepancies and unfulfilled obligation that indicate potential fraud. Number 1, pre-event publication, influential. So all of these, did Nedu send all this into you?
Yes.
Okay. So Nedu
never sent this thing to them. You see that? Yes. Because they don't have any evidence of it. This is serious. It's like somebody going to police to report you now and literally make up story to destroy you. And the police will not hear your own side and the police will jump. VDM calling himself an online police is an insult on Nigeria intellectual. It shows how incapable we are. I am online police. Does he understand? And his agent are his supporters just to go and bully people to succumb. And even if Nedu would have gone and said, okay, I don't want people to be dragging me. Let me just go and pay these people 60 million. You think they will ever forgive this woman, this guy? that would have been an award, a title, an Oscar for VDM, as I have won.
Mr. Ben, please, do you think if Nedu fulfilled the agreements he had with this particular organization, do you think they will be dragging him now?
No, if Nedu would have allowed himself to turn into a fool where he would be a tool to be used to defraud Nigerians, they wouldn't have been dragging him.
But Nedu knows about how they run their things.
Nedu don't know. Nedu don't know. Nedu don't know. They never told Nedu. First of all, they never. I am telling you, I told you in the afternoon. Stop asking me questions like you're not following up, bro. The Nedu do not know. I say Nedu do not know. Nedu do not know. He knows about the event. The event was at their charity, their NGOs. So they are NGO. Are they NGO? They are not. Do you know when Nedu got to know about it?
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know when Nedu got to know about this?
So Nedu should have done his findings before.
Oh, these people, okay, these people that were coming with a crime was not doing their funding. I don't want to hear that alternative fact here, Ben. I respect you, but I want you to put yourself in Nedu's position. Nobody should come here and preach Jesus here because we're not. There's no point. There's no point. These people wanted to defraud Nigerians.
You just want to point Nedu all over. You are not just trying to understand all the fact that Mr. Ben is putting up. You already have your judgment. Just keep it up.
But when you guys were last week destroying, let me bring. When you guys were last week destroying Nedu, was this fact available? Guys, Randall, when you guys were last week destroying Nedu, was this fact available? No, you. I'm not talking about you. I am not talking about you. When the Rattle gang were destroying Nedu, was this fact available? They hear one side that they went and destroyed somebody. How do you feel if Nedu would have committed suicide last week without this revelation coming out? How do you feel when Nigerian police were dragging me and Harrison was dragging me? If I unalive myself, people would have been saying, he did it. Oh, may he rot in hell.
You see why it's always good to get two sides of the story before you make any conclusion.
Yes, it's good. Because they already condemned him without knowing anything. Because he's a public person and they just want to talk anyhow. It's not good. It's also a human being. How?
You know, some people don't have.
I'm serious. We don't know what you have been doing to people. Like you just want to hear because VDM is there. Okay.
You know,
for some cases, we know that he's trying. But when it's not, I will not say it's wrong, but when we have to wait until Nedu will say something. Just imagine that Mr. Ben didn't decide to go further on this topic, on this matter.
You know, some people can't stand public humiliation, and Nedu is one of those kind of quiet person. If you look at it, you know, he's a very quiet person. He's not somebody that would just go because William said this. And what Nigeria wants is for Nedu to come online and start saying things, then they will not start attacking him. No. You see now, truth is coming out. It only takes a sensible, reasonable person to weigh the two options. Look at what we get presented and look at what we're presenting here. Then weigh the facts. Then make your conclusion and decision. Then you know where you stand. Not just saying things blindly. Just wait because people say it's okay to say. No. That's not the way reasonable people think. This platform is platform of truth.
Chief, please, I'm going to bring you down and bring two people in. Roseland, can I bring you guys down, please?
Yeah, bring me down.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated. I do appreciate your contribution. Thank you. so that other people can come up and thank you. Other people can have their say as well. I'm still gonna go. It remained 1 minute to end to finish this part of the conversation.
Daddy G, what do you have to say? You've been here like 3 times, so we didn't hear anything you said. Yeah, go ahead. What do you have to say with respect to what we have been discussing?
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Good evening.
Hey, my guy, how far now?
You see, following this matter since you started, and every voice note and everything, but you know that they call bushmeat catch the hunter. That's exactly this case. Yes. The non-existing NGO. The bushmeat was supposed to be Nedu, but Nedu outsmart them. Now you don't do that. You don't do that. That was the NGO too, is Nigerian. Okay, go on.
Wait, but how was Nedu supposed to be the victim?
Nedu is the victim here.
No, but how do they want him? How is he the bushmeat that called the hunter? How? Yeah.
They want to use Nedu to get funding from Nigeria. Yes. You were supposed to be the tool for them to use to their ends.
Right.
Where was that funding going?
Yes, but they were very for-profit organization, but that money is used to sponsor spaces for courses.
So no, did they tell Nedu?
Yes. People's Queen, you don't understand this thing yet. This guy's that's how well organized. If a person like People's Queen is still finding it difficult to understand what we're talking about.
That is People's Queen, that live in the UK.
I did say I see red flags. Don't forget, I did say I see red flags.
I want us to what I want to do tonight.
I just can't see
your doubt on our point outweighs your red flags.
Okay.
In regards to this particular case, I can see how they were trying to use Nedu.
Okay, I have a question for you. I have a question for you, People's Queen. Please, I want to put this to rest. People's Queen, if I come to your company right now and I said I am Mr. Ben, I run this page and I am recruiting journalists in Nigeria, young students that want to be a journalist and they are going to attend college. Okay? And as of the time I am telling you I am doing this, I'm not even qualified to raise the money for a chicken. And you went to your company's board meeting and tell them to give me their tax rebate. Okay? Who's supposed to go into the government? I give them application to fill to allow me to collect their overpay tax for my charity. Right? And you don't know because you believe I was going to do that, right? Now, you finally discover that was not my mission. But you've already told your company people this. If your company finally discover that I was a fraud, what happened?
I mean, first of all, that would never happen to me.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying hypothetically. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I understand. So if it does happen, where I was the one who led my company to give you these funds, and you actually turned out to be a fraud, of course my neck would be on the line, and I would likely be sacked.
And then how does that affect you mentally, physically, financially?
Yeah, I mean, that would affect me in every way, reputationally, financially, in every kind of way, because I was the one who made that wrong call.
Okay, if Nedu would have invited all of these celebrity in Nigeria for that event as supposed to be, and they all contributed. For example, they were able to get 1,000 people, and they contribute 1,700 pounds to buy ticket according to what they demand, and that money amount to 200,000 pounds, which the company in the UK take away. And they do finally discover in the future, wow, these people just made almost all this amount. How do you think Nedu will take it?
That would definitely be on Nedu's neck. Just as in this hypothetical scenario, it would have been on my neck. Yes.
Okay, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about it, because it is not different from endorsing a Bitcoin that is not existing. It's not different. So,
Mr. Ben, are you actually saying that they don't give any classes? Because if they don't actually give any classes at all, then the entire thing is a fraud.
I am. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. The lies is too big to even ignore. Now they told VDM those students were to come to UK. You heard the lady. No student. They've never fly any student from any African country to UK. Second of all, they told Nedu they have a school, because the name sounds fantastic. You would think they have a school. They have no school. But on the online, they wrote the online very small. Okay, they put it up. They put it.
It's a virtual school.
Yeah, it's a virtual school. But why did they tell? Why did they?
People were supposed to take Nigerians to the UK was blocking them.
Exactly.
Was stopping a lot of Nigerians from going to the UK to study.
That is why
Nobody is going. It was an online school. It was an online school.
Yeah. Specified in the
going to the UK to study. It's a
if they did not say that themselves, and it was VDM that said it.
That is what VDM said, and that is what
stop shouting. Stop shouting. If
no,
hold on. If VDM yeah, but let me speak. Let me just speak.
It looks as if you're trying to reasons to sway Nigerians to
no.
Now listening to us that this guy stands.
Can I speak, please?
Supposed to take some Nigerians to the UK.
People's Queen. I have a question for you. Why are you finding it difficult?
Mr. Ben.
Yes.
I just want to clear something up, right?
Yes.
My role, my job, my career for all these years, I'm an analyst.
Okay.
Right? That's my actual job.
Okay.
Right? And to be an analyst means you ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
And to ask questions, it doesn't mean you're necessarily going to get to the bottom of the answer immediately. You have to be prepared that there are going to be some things that happen in the gray area, not the black or the white, that cannot necessarily be explained. So all I'm saying about this VDM saying that they were going to fly people over is that, okay, we heard that from VDM. VDM might not have or might have deliberately misconstrued what that thing is about. Or it could be, yes, the MBS or MSBM, whatever it is, actually told them they were going to fly people out. Well, we don't know what the answer actually is.
Okay, what do you think? Hold on, guys, fellas, stop. Fellas, stop. People's Queen, what do you think Nigerians that hear VDM think about that statement?
Of course, I know exactly what they're going to think.
What did they think?
I know exactly what they're going to think. They're going to think, okay, who wants to fly us out or wanted to fly students out to the UK? And that's what I'm saying, that is an issue I have with VDM.
So
I can't yet see or prove that it was a school that actually made that promise. What they do is that they give certificates or they give courses that are UK accredited, right? Apparently, let's just say that. So anyone in Nigeria can study one of their courses and say, yes, I've taken a UK certified course.
They are not. Let me explain. Let me explain. Let me make it in a layman time. Let me make it in a layman time. Any course you take from their online is like a tissue paper.
Yeah, to be honest, it doesn't look like it's worth anything.
It's a tissue paper. It's a tissue paper. I can give you the same course and I will issue you Alibaba paper and it will worth more than what that school say they're giving you.
At the end of the day, Mr. Ben, that's still their business. And that is still a business model. That is still there's still lots of organizations out there that work on that. And there's still lots of people.
But that was not what they tell Nigerians.
People say you have to be intellectually honest.
That is exactly what I'm doing.
Facts. Accept the fact the way they are, because facts speak for themselves. Do not speak for facts.
One girl, hold on, guys.
That is exactly what I'm
One girl called Classic Baby say we are VDM, we move. You are ignorant, you move. You are mumu, you move. Look at what we are talking here. This is above your pay grade. Move. That is true. Move to the next level. I will block your papa so you can go and enjoy your ignorance somewhere else.
Are very clear. So I wouldn't want us to create facts out of them, but rather opinions out of them. Because what you just said means trying to create some form of factual assumption that are not there, that don't exist.
What factual assumption did I make?
Because what BDM said, and from what the voice notes we've heard so far, infer, it draws clear conclusion from the fact that there was an intention to let people believe that there's going to be a UK certified program.
Which there is, first of all, yes, go on.
UK certified?
Yeah.
Well, what are they satisfying?
That's what they give. Again, all I'm going to say is, again.
What are you trying to make us understand? Do you mean that if I come online and create a website and say I do this, I do that,
And it's UK satisfied?
mean I do those things?
No, but Logic Man, that's what I said. But Logic Man, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, I am going to move on. I want everybody, I'm going to move on. We can't argue this. And People's Queen, I believe, let me be honest with you. You are my sister and I have so much respect for you. I believe you've been economical with the truth tonight on this matter, because I do feel as a leader that you are, when somebody is victimized with misinformation, we have the ability to correct that narrative out there. And any part or any information that will reinforce that notion on the head of that person should be highly condemned. I believe you should be condemning it in totality. The option that was available, that was the weaponize of information against Nedu, should be consigning to everyone. Should be consigning to everyone, because the information VDM did was weaponized, and we can all agree VDM is a blackmailer and a bully. A bully that have intellectual capacity of a rat. No, a rat. No, I'm insulting a rat, because actually there's a study that rats are actually very intelligent.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mr. Ben. VDM has questionable character. Yeah.
And his followers, they don't go school. The only thing they write, hey, mumu, papa, your mama, hey, bada, you stupid, you are stupid. Eu anumpama, following 5,000 to be commenting on my page. Block all of their papa. Eh? Anumpama kabo. Yes, they are anumpama. Let me finish this market here that I'm purchasing. There's no platform like this. Every platform follow VDM to the ground. As you can see, we are not actually demarketing VDM. We are making him to learn a lesson, to hear that there are voice of reasoning. And I heard that he was showing my video yesterday and he said, I don't care, he's here for necessary evil.
Oh, really?
I will go on that one later. I don't want that idiot. If he mention my name, the way I will drag his papa, I will in short, I will not destroy VDM. VDM will use his own mouth to destroy himself. Bully.
Mr. Ben, don't be surprised. He's one of the fake
insulting us right now. Don't be surprised.
The day VDM will come live with me, that will be the day VDM will cry out of life. Like he will cry, he will be like, what? How did I put myself with this guy? Me. I asked VDM to come with 8 people, like 1, 2, 3, 8, only 7 people. How many are we supposed to be here? 8, right? 8 people. Let him come with 8 people, 7 people plus him, 8, only me. And let all of them be rattled. And let's record it. I will make fool of them. I will make fool of them. Only me. All of them. And I will record it to play it to Nigerians. Sent all of this to you. Is that okay? This is what he said he's going
Battery
to do.
80%. Connected to Treasure's iPhone 2.
Yes.
Okay.
If you want to see the breakdown, if you want to even see the breakdown of the event, right, where you put 10.6 million for invitation box and card, you will find everything. It's all there. It wasn't cooked up.
So this what you publish here now was the agreement that he signed.
That was what our agreement is different. That link is what our agreement is that I sent you. This is what they have now sent to us, that this is what we're going to be doing with your funds that you give to us.
I do have.
Why is this so difficult? Every time I ask, did you have agreement? She agreed they have agreement. Why is she not providing it?
Yes, this is where my problem is, ma. The agreement that you guys have, that all of this listing must be completed and he signed.
You know what?
That's a very important part of the conversation.
Speak to my husband. Maybe I'm not, I don't know, maybe I'm not explaining.
Speak to my husband.
Yeah, I think maybe I need to speak to the guy, please. Thank you. Hi there.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Privileged because when I see people stressing my wife, I got to get it.
I apologize. It's very important. I don't misrepresent fact when I go public with it.
They've been calling.
Yes.
But I think she likes the way you talk. She's indulged.
Let
me just say one or two things to you as a man to man.
Yes.
Let's leave that.
And let me announce to people, if you ever want to bully anybody and I call you and you don't want to answer me, you are at lost. Oh. It's just the fact. You are at lost. When Afiba and Selling case was open, if I call the chief of police, you know what? They pick up. If they miss my call, they call me back. You know why? Because I am not cheap. I will ask you a question. Somebody that has been in police for 20 years will be shaking on his leg. Because I don't just hear, I actually listen. Many people just hear. They just hear it and that's it. I listen and I process it. Now the husband is here. I spent 25 minutes with the husband. He says he's a lawyer. If I play it, you will not hire the husband to defend a dog in the court of law. He went this way to make friends. I don't make friends. He talked about how rich he is. He has donated $2 million. I don't care. You can't finesse me to be compromised, especially in a case like this. I'm not doing this against VDM. I'm actually doing it for potential harm that VDM activism can bring to people. This bullying must stop. And it must stop now. And the only way it can stop is when we are honest with ourselves and call him out. Not just call him out, condemn his action. What VDM is doing, they don't understand.
agreement. Okay? For once, let's assume that me and you we enter even a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah.
Of a carpenter to somebody who went to a carpenter. So when you go to your carpenter, let me make a chair. You use an agreement.
Yeah, you give a specification of what you want, basically.
No, you can it should be verbal.
Yeah, it is verbal agreement. Most local carpenter is a verbal agreement, yes.
Beautiful. So if you now get to the carpenter, but I told you to make a chair, and the carpenter come and say, the money you gave me could not make a chair, but it was able to buy wood, but I cannot complete making the chair.
That is, I have more. So is another part of the conversation. Now, you people have heard it before me and the husband, because the husband came with some illustration. And the guy is a lawyer. He's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. No, your network must come back, please. I want to hear you. No, your network is bad. We can't hear you. You gotta drop. Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm saying the moment you played that first part of that conversation, I'm already very pissed. It's an insult to the intellectuality of what it means to be. It's an insult.
Oh my God, your network is bad. Can you move around, please?
You reduce everything to be that you're hiring a carpenter. So clearly they have any agreement at all. That's very huge disrespect to the sensibility of anybody who went to school. Anybody who understands what it means to
Okay, I beg. Your network is really bad. You have to
ask the carpenter to show how he spent the money. Yes, of course you can ask. Yeah,
calm
basically.
down.
Beautiful. With the carpenter, I'll be asking at that point, what is the agreement?
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I got it here now. I got it. Okay, let's start again.
If you ask the carpenter to show how he spent the money, yes, of course you can ask. Yeah, basically, yes.
Beautiful. With the carpenter, I'll be asking at that point, what is the agreement? It's okay. You will tell the carpenter, forget the agreement. Let's assume that I even told you, only buy wood. Can you show me how you spent my money to buy this wood? At this point, MSBM is not even bringing up the issue of an agreement, right? The only question they are asking Nedu is a simple question, even you we ask. Anybody you give 60 million naira, show me evidence of how 60 million was spent with receipt. If you show it and you're able to account for it, MSBM will walk away. Is that too much to ask?
No.
Beautiful. You see, this agreement or no agreement that you're asking for, it is now when we are saying that we ask you to do event, some people give, or what did you do? You see, that's when an agreement is supposed to come in. Right now, we are not even, MSBM is not even pursuing an agreement with him. I just show evidence. You see, this press conference Madam Sarah did, bringing a box. I did this. The only thing, go and watch it since you're a journalist. The only evidence she showed in that entire press conference, apart from an invoice from an event planner, which is not an evidence, which she could have gotten even 1 hour, allegedly, before the press conference. Or maybe she got it before when the money was given. Nobody knows. But that is not...
Are you guys listening? You are listening to the husband, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I should disgrace this guy, because if I play what this guy is saying here, it makes him sound like a fool.
Don't you say you entered into a gentleman agreement for 60 million? Now when be 60 million? Gentleman agreement, you like it to be that you like a carpenter. No, now it's not all disrespect to what it means to run a corporate governance. For those of us who understand how these things work, right? For those of us who are also in the business of agencies, organization, and what it means to execute projects, you will tell that these guys, we know, the way they say that all these things is like a mini beer parlor. Everybody knows something about somebody. We know this institution. We know the guys who run it. So obviously, the reason they didn't enter into an agreement is because they understand that company has long strike them out. Whatever reason why that was possible, the reason they can't enter into an agreement, right? PDM is not a cult. If you have all you need to do was spoon or do and sue talking drum. Sold to VDM, who is a young man who, to a large extent, suffers from what I call main character syndrome. The only bully and oppressor with the ring light. Olodo, because I know rat cells are very people, they don't understand how things work in real life. Example with Bobrisky and him going to the House of Assembly is a clear case to let you know. They don't understand how things happen in real life. Because big organization, the first thing is you're supposed to put up a contract. Once you're done with the contract, you're supposed to go along with what you call a non-disclosure agreement. Now, to release a voice note to VDM is also a very huge insult when it concerns corporate governance or anything that concerns corporate communication. Because there is supposed to be an NDA. Now, Nedu could what call a project execution plan, right? More like putting up a plan of how you are going to execute, time by time basis. Everybody who goes on to talk about billboards and all of this, they are variables of a certain contract. Again,
People's Queen, I'm going to bring you down a bit because I need to bring other people up, fresh people up. Is that okay, People's Queen?
Yeah, People's Queen, I see your optimism, but there's a lot of things that are very flawed here. There are structures where
yeah, that's fine. Who want to go down?
Make this organization very, very wrong. Please, Mr. President, make this organization.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let me bring Jide up.
Youth fundamentals for where this organization is so wrong with whatever thing that they are doing, right? The fact that he's saying he reduced everything to just gentleman agreement tells you that there was so much that they were hiding. They possibly wanted to do the
now your audio is really bad, sir.
Yeah.
All right. What she wanted, I don't know. Let me go ahead and complete playing it. Why you sort out your audio? Piro, did you just join us? Good evening. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because of this, if we go into the comment section, we see well, you know something.
Mm-hmm.
Into investigation, somebody said 60 million a gentleman agreement. 60 million a gentleman agreement. You know what he's talking about. What is agreement? The man told you gentleman agreement. Somebody to hear. Somebody told you that 60 million is a gentleman agreement.
Guys, do you think you have actually hear something now? and that's why you have not hear anything. No, I say by the time if your chicken need a lawyer, you wouldn't hire this guy. Max, I am excited. Go ahead.
The whole thing is, thank you for what you are doing. I really followed you on when you were the issue of Asiba and the girls were that.
Yes.
You made a lot of sense. It was then I began to think, I began to look at you as someone that thinks critically. I've been following VPN for a long time. I think a lot of Nigerians are very gullible, and that is why Nigeria has a lot of churches deceiving them, and someone like VDM should not be in the public space. I don't know what he represents. He doesn't verify any information. And this man and the husband they are speaking with, okay, the woman has been the one making all the allegations. Now, when you were asking critical questions, because she doesn't know what to say, and she doesn't know how to answer you, why did she now transfer it to the husband? When she was making all those recordings and sending it to was the husband making recordings too. So these people are just a lot of things concerning the new issue is just so fishy, and it will really open people's eyes to see that VPN is just an uncontrolled idiot that doesn't even listen before he talks. You've been trying to do everything to bring someone that any angle that comes to you, no verify, you just go and say what you don't even know. No verification, no nothing. You believe that he's not the Almighty, that whatever he says that people will believe that. It's a very wrong thing. If it's not curtailed, if it's not curtailed, it's going to do a lot of damage that is there. It's not going to correct. But believe me, write this down. It might be going like a wildfire, but it's going to go very soon because a lot of people's eyes are beginning to open.
Thank you.
Transfer evidence from a bank account, right?
Yeah, Piro.
Something happened. The guy said there is a voice note that the Nedu was recording a GSS now when GSS called the Nedu. I won't lie to you, I'm a listener. I'm serving the service. I've been in the service for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Our service doesn't call somebody. You can't just wake up and call someone on phone call. We can only give you a text message.
Mm-hmm.
We can give you a text message. And you can't just wake up and call somebody on phone. For office to call you on phone. For office to call you on phone. It depends who you are. A place like VDM, you cannot wake up and call across the basin. We don't do that way. So when you see all those things, you blackmail that have set up already to blackmail that guy. Recording the GSS man that was talking to him, this and that, with him.
It's AI now. We know these things. Sure, we have debunked how they got out the voice note from Nedu. AI generated.
For me, I'm just happy that most people are waking up now to understand the game the guy is playing. One, the guy just wanted to silence every influencer, every other person on social media. I just want to silence it to be only person.
I have a question, and this question I am directing it to my sister, whom I really learn a lot from. People's Queen. People's Queen, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but sorry, guys, I'm actually gonna have to drop off now.
Yeah. I have one question for you, and I really need your input. If you watch this movement of VDM, do you think they are trying to cancel free media?
I definitely think VDM is a very strong character that is challenging the media, and I agree with you that his movement and his followers are kind of a threat in a way, and they do need to be watched. But I don't know if I can say he's trying to cancel free media. But sorry, Mr. Ben, I have to drop off.
All right, thank you. Piro, if you watch VDM and his follower, do you think he's trying to cancel free media?
will be only person in this space. I'm telling you. And if Allah give my sister, in Nigeria, we are gone. We are gone, bro. We are gone. It's not even a matter. It's not even a matter of
I think he has achieved it.
99% of no longer post anything about BDM.
Do you know the only blog that is still forcing to push him now is Instablog. In that Instablog, do you know their view has dropped rapidly?
The guy is a bigger evil. We cannot allow this kind of character to continue. I'm just going to say this, and I'm saying this as somebody who is in the works, right? VDM is not a character anybody consider. Nobody takes him seriously in the places that matters, just like Piro just said. DSS has no business, not even the House of Assembly. They know he's just a deflector. They use him to distract as much as possible, more like a control position. So there's nobody taking him seriously. He's only just doing what he can do. He's a bad, right? He's just going to rise, and when it's time, he will fizzle out. What you're seeing with his followers is very sad and unfortunate. It's just the Nigeria that we have gotten into. What you're seeing is him riding on the same errors of what happened in the last election. We saw those who did that. You know, it started in 2015 when he wanted to install Buhari, a control opposition system in the media that continues to put the wrong lights out there and then bully people to see things only the way they want us to see them. Today, we're seeing what's coming out was because of that system from 2015. They did it in the last election, and BDM is also trying to ride on that. But this is the unfortunate thing, right? He's just a boy that is driven by what you call main character syndrome. And I'm excited, Mr. Ben, for what you're doing. And what it means to be a main character syndrome, when you suffer from that, is that you don't even know when you are messing up and when you are going out of board. Right? So check everybody he has persecuted. Everybody he has persecuted has grown. Nedu has grown because I understand how the media works. I have some very personal because this whole thing is like a big problem. We know who they talk, we know who they hear. Right? He has successfully messed up himself. Nobody trusts him any longer because you can't trust a conversation with him. You cannot also send him any message or voice notes. Nobody takes this guy seriously.
I disagree with you. We need to take him very seriously. Let me ask you a question. What are the chances? No, I'm coming. What are the chances of Nedu winning a presidential election if this case came up in an election period?
So I'll tell you what I think, right? Like really small to democracy. Because he can so that's the reason why some of us are speaking against him. So that's why many of us are speaking against him, yeah. See, let me tell you what I mean. Let me tell you what I mean. What I mean is that
we need to understand that and let it sink in our mind. VDM has a primary objective from the government.
It's an assignment. It's an assignment.
Let's register that in our head. Nobody will vote Nedu. Nobody will vote Nedu if this was a
let me say this to you. Don't bother yourself. I'm telling you from a critical point of view as somebody who is on the field. No offices, nobody takes him seriously. He is just, we have seen people who did more than him. There was a Sega League where they did today.
But we are talking about the people. We are talking about
those people. You see those people, I'm telling you what's happening, right? What we are doing with Mr. Ben, with Felix and everybody, don't worry, they are gradually learning. I'm telling you, honestly, it's not like he started. You know, when he started, people like Mr. Ben, nobody, we just felt this guy just come out. But we've seen the evil that he curates, and some of us are now coming out to think this guy is a more threat to a progressive society. It's not how a society should work. You cannot say you want to fix Nigeria, but you only want to fix Nigeria through wrong ways. In other words, you are using wrong to solve wrong through utter ego, right? Valuelessness, people talk to people anyhow. Defamation is a normal thing, right? And when you listen to them, no reasoning, that's what we are doing. But I tell you for a fact, no offices in this country, not even celebrities, not even your politicians, they use him for distraction. It's called control opposition. When they are done, they are going to throw him away. We know he is Godfather. He has given words about this guy.
I get the point. He's more beneficial to the institution than the people. Because they have the power as the political tool during election period to manipulate a certain narrative against a particular candidate. You know, in order to
who have done it.
You said
They have used before. APC used a guy years ago. I think his name is 2015. Today, that guy is a nowhere. That guy was also. So
Let me tell you who they use. Let me tell you who APC use. Let me tell you. They use Zara Onyinye. They use George Udom. They use Mustafa Megoma. They use Turak from let me give you the movement. I was involved in the movement. It's called the Buharist. George Udom from Akwa Ibom, Zara Onyinye from Abuja, Mustafa from Lagos, Turak from Bauchi, myself from the UK, and a couple of other people. We had a WhatsApp group. We say what we want to happen. I'm telling you, I pull out. I said, nah. I am never Luther. My name na never Luther. What I say, it goes. They will share it. As I make my video, I send it to 5 bloggers. George Udom. George Udom has almost. Have you ever heard the George Udom again? then we all pull out.
that's why I said all of them, not just for a season, they would all fade out.
So he's a control. The right word is that he's a control opposition. Mm-hmm.
yes. I came across a video online. One of the VDM supporters I decided to join it. When I joined, I said, okay, talking about VDM want to bring it down. 2002 was this country like this.
God bless you, sir.
2007 was this country like this. No, what caused the crime? Because the country is not working. If the individual is not working in the country or the government is not working,
Exactly.
because the government is working, you will not think of committing crime.
The reason why not working, that's why funny organization is already striked out from company's house. We were using BDM as cults. So when it's cults, instead of going to court with an agreement, you are using BDM to bully another organization. You get rules of engagement.
You are fighting because of fraudster, because of Yahoo. People start using Yahoo because there's no job for them. You fight government, let government create job for the youth. So that the Yahoo will stop. From scratch. You say no to you because they have followers, you then come online to give to time the person made. And let me tell you something, this stuff is you know, you go check when weekend they do like they come weekend out. Yeah, they can't go one day say they don't feel sad. You don't come weekend again. To make Damage control. Whenever he finds out to see him immediately, you begin to do giveaway. By the time they give them, most of those people are only following you because they feel that one day they will be lucky to receive something from you. This recent visit to even visit to China. Logical, please. A minute. Okay, go on. A minute. Actually, I didn't really catch up with all the story, but however, I saw when the comment this thing was on, I saw someone kind of trying to impersonate me, creating a new account with me in GB. Started with their hands. Yes, I saw it. I was like, oh, you know, I was weird because some hours ago I was on this guy's live, one this month or this month live, TV.
Wait, did the person put your profile on his profile?
No, I don't saw the name in capital letter. So that what was commenting on your papa, block your papa, you know? Yeah, now I'm manipulating. I was shocked. So please,
So do you now discover? Thank you. I will not do that. Do you now discover now that it's not ordinary? It's being sponsored.
It is. Some hours ago, these guys they finished me. They were like, I will be back 500K and this, that. When they make up these stories, Mr. Ben won't collect 500K. Within 500K go do for you. These people, rattlers are fools, bro. The only thing is that we know that BDM is not seen in offices. He's like portable. The only difference is that he has big followers. And then nobody is just a tier 3 person. Okay, let me give you guys an instance so that you know that nobody takes this guy serious. When he was talking about Bobrisky thing, right? The BDM don't know how it works. He doesn't even know how Nigeria works. You went to prison, you hear say VIP, a normal thing. Anybody who understands prison structure all over the world are VIPs. Right now, nobody's supporting Bobrisky or anything. But clearly, you don't even understand the fact. So out of assembly called you, you showed up.
Nothing.
You see the way they did that matter? Because now drama they use them. Two situations happened during when an election happened. I was one of the major people who was part of the last NBAC governance. Now BDM then used to our case. Let me give you guys how they did it. Very simple. When we were planning this whole protest, everybody said we're going to do this protest, we're doing this protest. BDM was the protest. Make or not do. 2 weeks later, he showed up and said, let's start the protest. So he started the protest 3 days before the protest. You know what he was doing? Because while we were planning the protest, the idea was show up without anybody. 3 days later, I know I'm carrying only banner. People come to shout, BDM, get mine, didn't get mine. He's the first person to start the protest. That is a problem with main character syndrome. Any case he enters in a spoiler. The moment he did that, we now said, what's wrong with this guy? People were able to see us coming. Now, on the day the protest started majorly, BDM did not show up. 3 days later, before, just so that police, now what he did made the Abuja police, they came out earlier. So the day we started the protest, BDM did not show up. Abuja police don't wait for us everywhere. We kill everybody. Right? It was just a way to just dislodge everybody. Now we now said during the protest that they go tear gas us, people will make sure you are not posting the tear gas and the wounded people.
The essence is because we need more crowd to come out. So don't show anybody a video of how tough he was on the field. But you know that he didn't show up on the protest the first day. Second day, he didn't show up on the protest. The third day, 9 come with in your lawyer, the guess what they did? They started showing pictures where they were tear gas on their eyes. If you guys remember,
Yes.
when they were driving inside the car.
Mhm.
You know, after they posted that video, people no come for protest the next day.
Yes.
Why? Because it was them that they were using to dislodge us. People no come protest the next day. That was the only time they showed up on that protest. Before you know, the next day started shouting, now this protest needs to stop. This protest needs to stop. They don't carry flag. They don't carry flag. Is a control opposition. Now, apart from that, those don't know you want when you tell people say protesters are coming from Yanya, they are coming from. God bless you.